at dawnnews.tv. Become a citizen journalist.
There is a ballyhoo of high-level bureaucratic meetings to fight the water shortage, with screaming headlines in the national press. It is expected the managers responsible for fighting the looming drought will be taking some measures for the people. But one is dazzled by the palatial and fabulous lakeside mansion, with its exotic flora and fauna and sprawling real estate of the gentleman occupying the top post in CDA. Nevertheless, in Chairman CDA's view, both the dams now brimming over with water have been described in his own words.
That project has failed now. Now dam is there, the water reservoir is there. People are using it for irrigation, but very, sparingly. And
it is of no use for the CDA, or you are not planning anything to do with it?
Water, of course, can be used for irrigation if we develop. We have not taken into consideration what the people want. Their priority was not irrigation because they're not interested in producing vegetables here. The land prices have gone up. They're more interested in converting that land into a housing colony.
This land over which the Chairman CDA has his residence is located right next to the water, the Mirad 2 water reservoir, which was basically and initially designed for agricultural purposes, but people, big shots like the Chairman CDA, have built their farmhouses, and instead of cultivating the land for crops and vegetables, they have planted beautiful flowers here. As you can see, this land can be used as agricultural land for cultivating crops and vegetables, but it is going waste. In stark contrast, Wasif Kiani, a local farmer who has a small holding at a stone's throw from the chairman's eyrie, says,
Vegetables होती हैं उसमें, तकरीबन हर किस्म की vegetables होती हैं, और बाकी फसल जो आम चलते हैं, गंदम होगी, मकई होगी, ये भी रूटीन में चलती है उसमें.
पानी की सोर्स क्या है आपकी?
पानी की सोर्स हमारे पास ये M2 डैम है, तो वहाँ से हम लोग पानी ले रहे हैं. फिलहाल जो हम अपनी ज़मीन को कर रहे हैं वो तो हम खुद ही कर रहे हैं. उसमें जितने भी एक्सपेंडिचर्स आए हैं वो हम लोगों ने खुद किए हैं.
Quite a few bureaucrats who enjoy postings in the capital have their luxury hideouts around the huge water storage. This huge mansion that you can see behind me belongs to Naim Pasha, who was previously the engineer behind the Mirad 1 and Mirad 2 dams. And now it is a private property, and it is, if you can see, this is the boundary, and this is the dam, the water reservoir, and those are the gates which the caretaker of this farmhouse is saying that the water is not being utilized for growing vegetables, cultivating the land properly. Official admission of failure is betrayed by the reality on the ground. The whole thing is much too tragic and painful. This structure is giving a grim look of money spent but wasted. The staff of over 40 engineers is there that can run the dam. They are receiving their salaries as well. But the dreams of the farmers remain shattered, not unlike the structure itself. With the challenge of climate change and global warming looming dangerously close, the rapidly increasing population in Pakistan is already experiencing drought conditions and critical water shortages in cities with a steady downfall in agricultural output. Meanwhile, crop-growing areas in all the provinces are endangered on account of water scarcity. The planners are unable to cope with the problem. This is the Simli Dam, the largest source of water supply to the federal capital. It has a capacity of supplying over 39 million gallons per day of water to the federal capital. But due to scarcity of water and drought and the dry spell, the level has fallen, and now only 20 million gallons of water is being supplied to the federal capital. The CDA fears that if the dry spell continues, the residents of the capital are going to be facing a huge water shortage. At this point, reference to the Carey Lugar bill appears relevant. as the annual grant of $1.7 billion over 5 years, if sagaciously and competently used, would help provide a sustainable water storage and supply to meet the future crucial needs of agriculture and water supply to the metropolis and rural areas. That would revolutionize the national economy in the sectors of agriculture, industry and domestic supplies.
और मैं $700 मिलियन का लोन लेके आया जिस 32 डैम बनने ने पाकिस्तान च.
But local farmers have their own opinion and bitter response to the government.
जो डैम बन चुके हैं, अब उनकी जिम्मेदारी गवर्नमेंट की है कि उनको प्रॉपर तरीके से यूटिलाइज भी किया जाए, उनकी बंदोबस्त, उनकी सफाई सुथराई हर चीज़ का ख्याल करना ये भी उनकी जिम्मेदारी है. अगर वो ये चीज़ नहीं कर सकते तो मज़ीद डैम बनाना मेरे ख्याल में ये नुकसान ही होगा. वो इससे बेहतर है कि किसी अच्छे नए काम में यूज़ हो जाए पैसा.
It just goes to show what little faith the peasants have in such lofty announcements and their credibility in the development programs proclaimed by the establishment.